Ladies and gentlemen, the flag is Johnny to throw first. Game on.
If you're a Welsh darts fan, who have you got your money on? This is very, very tight.
Well,
I think impossible to call.
Yeah, two very close semi-finals.
95.
Both going the distance. Clayton against Mensur Suljovic. And Gerwyn Price coming through his semi-final against Joe Cullen, also over the course of 13 legs. Just a little bit subdued at the moment. The crowd perhaps still coming to terms with the semi-final defeat for Mensur Suljovic. That was the script that everybody was hoping to follow this weekend. Or everybody in the crowd was hoping to follow, but Johnny Clayton ripping up that script. He certainly wasn't towing the line as far as the plot is concerned here. Writing his own chapter.
97.
It was a very, very difficult game for Johnny Clayton, that, because there were people whistling and shouting on his throw. Obviously they didn't want him to win the match, and I don't like to see the whistling and the shouting when people are throwing. It's not nice, but that's all in the past now. He's managed to clear that hurdle.
99.
Now he's got a game against who I feel is going to be his World Cup teammate in Frankfurt in June. So they might not want to get used to playing against each other, because they're going to play with each other in a few weeks. That's not a certainty, of course, but it's looking increasingly likely.
Well, what this would do for either player as far as their
100. Johnny requires
stature in the game is concerned, and the immediate knock-off effects, as Max Hopp discovered last weekend. Just to put that on hold for a moment.
64.
With Clayton trying to take out double four there. Gerwyn Price now looking at 164, but that's not going to go.
The key to this game for me is about what Johnny Clayton does. He's got to keep Gerwyn Price flat.
69.
He's got to make sure that there's no aggression from Gezi, and if he can do that, I think he'll win this.
Double two, third dart in hand.
No score. Johnny requires 95.
My case, exactly. Got to keep him flat. You've got to take shots like that. He's had a few strange shots in this tournament, Gerwyn Price. 78, went for double 19 for double top.
55.
Took out a couple of things like that in his semi-final with Joe Cullen. Johnny cannot miss this time, and doesn't.
On the first leg, Johnny Clayton.
Yeah, 19 dart hold of throw for Johnny Clayton. That will do. I mean, Johnny Clayton's stats in the semi-final against Mensur Suljovic, he was 7 from 31 on his doubles.
108.
Gerwyn Price looking just to get the party started here, though, with a 180. Yeah, 7 from 31. There were 37 missed darts at double in that semi-final, and he averaged only 86 as well. But
57.
He will not care one iota about that.
Well, not to paraphrase the walk-on song of Gerwyn Price, but now that the party is jumping,
he's cooking Johnny Clayton like a pound of bacon here.
I've absolutely just waved away the possibility of a 9-darter already.
Well, we talked about history being made here with this all-Welsh final, producing a first-ever Welsh champion. Both players in their first-ever Euro Tour final. Could we see a 9-dart finish? No, we can't. As if we ever was
55.
Anything but a distinct possibility.
It's never going to happen. Absolutely never going to happen. I'm marvelling right now at the colour of the air in here. It's almost got the feel of a
98.
An early 80s darts match, when back then it was a bit smoky. Well, this is very steamy. Steamier than a Tina Turner hit, like Steamy Windows. Double
46
will be left by Gezi. Johnny Clayton is not threatening to break in this leg.
98. Going to require 40.
So tops for Price, which he more often than not seems to leave.
Cash on the second
That's
leg.
why very confidently taken out one apiece.
Johnny to throw first. Game on.
Gerwyn Price levels the match. Started that leg very well with a 180. Finished it very tidily with double top, with his first dart at the double.
22.
I can't see anybody really dominating this game. I see this going quite long.
Yeah, me too. I was just going to make the point, actually. I mean, they're very evenly matched. We've got the number 10 seed against the number 16 seed, but
41.
When you actually look at the Pro Tour order of merit right now, it's 19 against 20. Price 19, Clayton 20. Although there's a bit more of a gap between them in the order of merit itself in the world ranking. 17 places separating the two. But when you look at how they've started their careers in darts, it's almost identical. Price turning pro in 2014.
88.
Clayton now in his 4th year as a pro, qualified from Q School in 2015. So they've had a very similar pathway to this point in time. It's
60.
almost symmetrical how they've come together at this point in Graz as well.
Well, they're taking Welsh darts by the scruff of the neck. I mean, it's having a fantastic time over the last few months. Obviously, with Jamie Lewis
137.
making the semi-finals of the World Championship. What an amazing run that was for young Jamie. Johnny Clayton picking up a title at the back end of last year.
30.
I guess he's had that gradual rise in the world rankings, and we can't forget about other Welsh players as well. Mark Webster's not finished by any iota. Oh, great visit from Gerwyn Price, taking command in what could be a vital break. Puts himself roughly 240 in front.
Can't wait to get back to the Arctic now. Look at him lurking there, just wants to step in here and sweep this up. He's on tops again.
And shot the third
2
leg.
from 2 on tops.
All they get Gerwyn to throw first.
It is a break.
Game on.
Well, we have had a Welsh finalist on the Euro Tour before, just the one. That was Jamie Lewis in Gibraltar in 2013. He was beaten by Phil Taylor 6-1, so we are guaranteed our first ever Welsh champion, and we have had one all-Welsh final on the Pro Tour before. I know many of you watching this will have been scratching your head trying to remember or wonder if it's ever happened, but it did. It was a Pro Tour event in Germany, in Bad Nauheim in 2010.
Richie Burnett was beaten in both finals that weekend. On the Sunday he was beaten by Whitlock. On the Saturday
100.
he was beaten by Mark Webster when he won his only PDC Pro Tour title to date.
He did indeed. 6-4 the score. But this is 8 years on. This is a Euro Tour final, not a Pro Tour. Well, that was a Pro Tour final. This is a Pro Tour in Europe, if you know what I mean.
There's a big crowd in Bad Nauheim. It was a very good venue. And that was a very lucrative weekend for Webby, and a very good one for Whitlock in a year where he won a bucket load of titles.
And it's strange as well how, well,
108.
let's just acknowledge that one first of all.
80.
Gets Johnny Clayton in a very good position on the Price throw. Get ready for the reaction if this goes in.
108.
There it is.
80.
Biggest one of the weekend for Gerwyn Price.
That body punch celebration is epic.
96. Going Uruguay 101.
I think the celebration might be bigger if he hits this.
Yeah, get ready for this one as well if this goes.
Treble 14. Nope.
53.
So Johnny's back
40.
to get the break back. Gets the break back.
Johnny Clayton.
Living up to the bill of being close.
Johnny to throw first.
Up and down. Johnny Clayton seems to have some fans out there. The bananas are in favour of the ferret. Never thought I'd say that in my life.
Back-to-back breaks. Well, I mean, I never thought I'd say Gerwyn Price and Johnny Clayton.
121.
But here we are. I mean, I was just going to make the point as well. At the start of the weekend, we had this little debate about whether it was a hindrance or a help for Johnny Clayton to be made the number 16 seed after the withdrawal of Michael van Gerwen. Well, I think we've got that question well and truly answered now. It's all worked out beautifully for him. Max Opp, James Wade, Ian White and Mensur Sulic,
134.
his victims so far this weekend. He did win 2 qualifiers as well, but in the end he didn't have to go through the first round on Friday.
45.
Straight into the action on Saturday against Max Opp, the champion last weekend, the unlikely winner last weekend, another unlikely winner here.
120.
This will do very nicely for solidifying Johnny Clayton's seeding.
140. Johnny Uruguay 126.
Right now he's in command. 6 starts from 126. That leaves a bull. He's going to go for it. This is what he does.
101.
Doesn't shy away from a finishing double, whether his opponent's on a finish or not. And it will be 9 for double 8.
105. Johnny Uruguay 25.
A lot of subdued fans in here after the defeat to Sulic, but those bananas have still got some potassium running through their veins.
And on the 5th leg,
Johnny Clayton takes out the 5th leg, and
6 leg is going to throw first.
credit
Game
to
on.
the crowd for sticking around as well, because I know a few may have left, but by and large they're still here in good numbers, and I think that's a nice touch by
81.
the faithful here.
Yeah, I agree.
Not quite got the outcome they would have wanted.
Clayton seems to be settling into this game a little bit better now. Is winning that bullseye in the back going to be key? It might not be if he can get a little
100.
spurt together. He had this in the previous game with Sulevic. Just took the game by the scruff of the neck and didn't get rid of it quickly, but managed to get over the line anyway.
121.
Yeah, and in fairly good shape here as well, but Gerwyn Price has loads of room for one more of those.
Boy, did he need that. This is his leg on throw. Johnny Clayton cannot get out and finish, so the roles are reversed from the last leg. It's now Gerwyn Price who has 6 starts from a ton plus finish. He's asking if that's in. It is not, so he needs a 60 to leave a double. Oh, that's a good dart. That's not a good dart, that's a great dart.
And again, he's left himself tops 2 from 2 so far for Gerwyn Price. Can he make it 3 from 3 when he steps up in a moment?
100. Going to require 40.
Can't afford to miss. Double 10. Yeah, that's in.
Going
Well, 3 from
3-3.
4, but 3-3 on
Johnny
visits,
throw first.
and
Game on.
3-3 in the scoreline as well, and that's just kept the average just under the 100 barrier as well. It's very, very close,
60.
as we perhaps anticipated it would be, but it's moving along nicely, and it's just developing this. Single 1 for Gerwyn Price, stopping him in his tracks here. Good recovery with the second dart, and a great recovery with the
121.
third as well.
That is a tremendous adjustment. He must have some real adrenaline going through his veins, Gessie, because he's expelled a lot of energy with
45.
celebrations and fist pumps today. I hope he's got a few left in the bank.
$81.
Both guys, of course, sponsored by the same manufacturer, so they're going to be happy.
60.
A Welsh company as well, so sounds like a Welsh national holiday, this. 2 Welsh players, both from a Welsh manufacturer, having an absolute day out.
99.
I'm going to have to maybe just scroll through the archives as well, because I'm pretty sure, because I've got my little notes here that I was referring to from day
45.
one, and prior to Gerwyn Price's opening match against Scott Taylor, I said, despite all his Thursday night troubles this year, there's every suggestion still that Price can land his maiden European tour this
100.
year. That is what I'm sure I said. I will double check
That sounds like something
that I would have said.
that you would have said. I was probably sitting right next to you when you said it.
97.
And he probably just
Going to
ignored
require
me like you
100.
Absolutely
ignored
not. I
it.
don't ignore you, Rob. Tops.
And he's not won it yet. Yep, he's still involved in a big battle here, but perhaps a chance
60.
here for a break of throw, another break of throw.
Yeah, he didn't need to go tops there because Johnny Clayton not on a finish. Very wise not to do so. Said that Johnny Clayton was
140.
starting to get a bit
Going
steadier, but
to
Gerwyn Price has
40.
done a very good job in the last couple of legs of wrestling that back into his corner of this boxing ring, and he's got the lead back with a break.
He'd like it to go into throw first. Game on.
4-3 with the break. Let's not forget, though, that Johnny Clayton
96.
didn't have everything his own way in that semi-final. He came from... Well, he overcame an early deficit to beat Mensur Suljovic in that one as well. So he won't be too alarmed just yet, especially with darts like this.
182.
Still impossible to call this one. Even though
85.
Gezzie's in the box, he's having that break. Johnny Clayton's got the darts back already.
Well, we've made the point before, sometimes it's better to be the hunter than the hunted, if you know what I mean.
60.
That is a perfect first start for Gerwyn Price.
140.
And he's like a Rottweiler when he does that.
Bit of snap in the teeth there, wasn't there, from
Yeah.
Gerwin Price. Gets him down to 180, Clayton.
140.
Down to a finish first. Gerwin Price needs another significant visit here just to get himself into a decent setup position. Just 40 on the board so far.
100.
Well, that might do.
Johnny require
Johnny Clayton
121.
suspects, given the way that Price by and large has been finishing on tops today, you feel this may have to go, and it may well go. Bullseye.
96.
Well.
Require 80.
What has Gerwin got? This is a huge moment in this match. Single. Over the top of the two. This has got to have some hang time. Tops. Oh, I told you it's got to have some hang time.
Johnny require
He's got a steep
25.
angle of those darts, and if it was ever so slightly underpitched, that's what happens.
Game shot on
And
the
that's
8
the other
leg.
consequence
Johnny
as well.
Clayton.
It's another
I
break.
think it's Johnny to throw first.
Well, we've
Game
had
on.
4 breaks in this match now.
And it's the number 4 that is dominating this match, because 4 breaks, 4-4 in legs, and it's 4 more legs that they
100.
need to win this tournament.
And Johnny Clayton leads the head-to-head standings 4-2 as well. They've met 6 times in the past. Clayton has
108.
dominated those, but Price is back in the money once again here. They have played in Europe before. They met in the European Darts Trophy last year. Clayton won that 6-3.
140.
Oh, the contrasting styles. I think these two will be really good at World Cup, as much as I would dearly
81.
love to watch Mark Webster in a Welsh shirt again. These two will do their country proud.
And of course, these two also met in a tasty encounter at the World
140.
Championship in 2017 as well, or at the end of 2016 going into 2017. Johnny Clayton winning that one by 3 sets to 1 as well. That was a big win for Johnny Clayton. That was
140.
really
Johnny
when he announced
require
himself on the big
121.
stage.
121 again for Johnny Clayton. There's the one. Can only lay up now,
41.
and he won't like that
100.
one bit. So now it could be tops this time, because Johnny Clayton's on a finish. Oh, it was a good lie. Double 10.
80. Johnny require 80.
Well, they are the chances that Gerwin Price has to take. He is fully aware of that. And now it's double 10 for Johnny Clayton.
70.
And he can't find double 5 either.
Johnny
And
require
once again,
20.
we have a great opportunity for another break of throw. It would be a 3rd in succession. Double 5.
Game shot on the 9th leg. Going
And
from.
Johnny Clayton, with his back to the board, would have heard the cry
Yeah,
of
thank you,
Gerwin Price
Gerwin,
and
to
then the
throw first.
call of Kurt Bevins. And it spells bad news. He trails again.
If he ever needed the proof, which he probably didn't,
Game on.
Gerwin Price, whether he's playing his mate, he does get on very well with Johnny Clayton, or whether he's playing his worst enemy, he's going to celebrate his way. He doesn't care one jot. He wants to win the cash,
100.
he wants the trophy, he wants the title, and he's willing to step over his friends to do it.
81. $57.
Getting to the nitty-gritty part of this final. We can't separate them yet by much. Maybe
60.
Gerwin Price has just wounded Johnny Clayton a little bit.
Well, it has been. I mean, the legs, darts per leg, have been by and large, very
60.
healthy in the main in this final, including a 14-dart break early on, a 13-dart break immediately after that as well. There it is in all its glory for you.
It's very good.
And in a final as well,
108.
perhaps with 2 players on the cusp of a first here, I think that is very, very respectable indeed. Just those, well, that one errant
140.
first leg, we'll excuse them that, but they've really settled into a good pattern and a good rhythm here.
Johnny Clayton gets that first start above the 60. He finds
60.
it very, very hard.
150.
to get it underneath. 144 coming in, another one of those would be handy.
88. Johnny Regoire,
This is a big moment.
Well, this would be a sixth break of throw in this match. He needs the treble 20. He finds the treble 20. He's now looking at socks.
Hey,
and
the
it is
leg.
yet
Johnny
another
Clayton.
break of throw. And we're level once again.
Johnny to throw
at
first.
5-all.
Game on.
This is just a slugfest. Really is.
And it's another 15-dart leg as well. A 15-dart break for Johnny Clayton.
140.
4 breaks on the bounce, 6 in total. The numbers are very impressive, I think, in this final. More impressive numbers here from Gerwin, maybe.
121.
Oh, we're going to go all the way. Like we did in the very first European Tour event of this year, when Peter Wright was way up in Van Gerwen
60.
and eventually lost by the odd leg. And he was languished on a double, and Van Gerwen took it a 13-darter to win the title.
180.
The celebrations are getting ramped up as well. Double body punch for that one.
Yeah, just contrast of style.
140.
Johnny Clayton and Gerwin Price. Johnny Clayton a much more calmer, measured response to the good stuff that he's been doing all weekend and in this final.
40.
Well, there's the yin and the yang.
Johnny
for Gerwin
Regoire,
Price, isn't it?
160.
With,
40.
Johnny Clayton and Gerwin Price. Johnny Clayton. Yeah, just.
Might look at the bullseye here. No,
60.
only 6.
19, so 78 away.
77.
That leaves double
Johnny
12.
Regoire, 60.
So, Gerwin Price, what's he got? You assume he's going to take tops out here. He's got 2 darts in hand. He's only got 1 left now.
20.
And he's missed it, and he can't believe it.
Johnny
He actually
Regoire,
lands just
24.
around the corner there. Didn't like what he saw there. And Johnny Clayton returns at double 12, and this is for a fairly rare hold of throw in this final.
Yeah, Johnny
and
left
Johnny
leg.
Clayton,
Johnny Clayton.
having
Well,
trailed
let's go to throw
5-4,
first. Game
now
on.
leads 6-5.
Well, an old money would have been the title holder now, but it's not how we roll in 2018.
140.
Yeah, very Welsh rare bit hold of throw.
140 for Gerwin Price on his throw to just set his stall out here.
100.
These guys won't be used to playing this format. We're so ingrained to playing best of 11.
58.
It's going to take time for us to get used to this longer format on the European Tour for semis and final. But they'll have played a lot of darts over long formats in their career, and there's going to be a hell of a lot more. They keep playing this way.
Well, this one could go to extra time and penalty.
58.
It's that sort of match.
Now, don't give them ideas, Rob. Extra time in darts. Penalties is possible. Bullseye penalties.
108.
Johnny Clayton doing all he can to avoid any late night drama here. 41 away.
100.
A cushion.
Johnny
Well,
Regoire,
I mean,
41.
nobody has ever led by more than 1 leg in this match, and if Clayton can go 7-5 up here, it
Yeah,
could be
shot
a
the
big,
12 leg.
big
Johnny
moment
Clayton.
in the match. He does lead
30 leg is
7-5.
Johnny to throw
And
first.
Gerwin Price
Game
now
on.
has to win 3 on the bounce here.
Johnny Clayton's face was a picture on that single 9, as if to say, ooh, that was nearly double 9.
An 11 dart leg as well. What a time to pull that one out of the back.
140.
He's doing the Mo Farah now. He's sprinting for the line, making it very hard for Gerwin Price to get back in this final.
97.
And that was a brilliant leg from Johnny Clayton. It really was. An 11 dart break of throw.
He's not stopping.
140.
Exemplary darting.
It's brilliant. Back-to-back 140s here to get himself going as well. And this one, you feel, is slipping away from
140.
Gerwin Price. Disappointed with that. He knows he needed the full gun there.
Getting closer to the line.
45.
But that invites Gerwin Price back into the leg if he can find a couple of trebles.
Yeah, almost inevitably there was a slip there from Johnny Clayton because he's had a really good leg and a half there. And as you say,
58.
just stumbling slightly with the finishing line in sight, but still he has a bit of a gap here on Gerwin Price. That's more like it. That's more like it. 56 away, Johnny.
That was one of those, I look at it and I hope it's in. Well, Johnny, it's in. And you're coming back to the hockey to take your very first European Tour title here in Graz. Is your name on it?
40.
You've got to put your name on it.
So Johnny Clayton now looking at double 10.
Game
And
shot.
what
And the match.
a 6
The
months it has
2018
been
Austrian
for
Darts
Johnny Clayton.
Open Champion.
A first
Johnny
CBC title
Clayton.
secured in October of last year. A first CB final at the Players' Championship Finals, and now this, a European Tour title, beating fellow Welshman Gerwin Price in the final here in Graz to take the Austrian Darts Open for 2018. He's only in his 4th year as a Pro Tour player,